There you go. I'm just gonna go live right now. If I need the video to be replayed today, well, I was at Star FM radio station, 102.9, I suppose. And well, today it was a great time. I had a great time there. Otherwise, we had a short time. So the reason why I'm retaking this this live streaming here is because I wasn't able to live stream. I was not able to live stream, so I'm just going live right now to live stream, so therefore I had a wonderful time today. The first thing when I was there, they were asking me like, how was your New Year? So I said, well, the New Year was wonderful, fantastic New Year, and everything is about back to school, back to work, and everything is back. You have to go back, because December people on the festive season enjoying, celebrating, going crazy, spending money and all that, And when we say back to school, certain people do not have school fees. In South Africa's people in the know that people were protesting, students were protesting, the people on basically protesting throughout. And as they were protesting, one thing that I learned actually from all this protest that was taking place is you cannot defeat adults. You cannot defeat adults. Adults actually very, very, what can I say? Very adamant. They don't do things erratically. So we were protesting, thinking that something was going to happen. So adults won this battle. They won. We protested, and then they managed to defeat us. Now we're back to school. You gotta pay your school fees. There's nothing you can do. Pay your school fees, and that's what it is. So back to school, but do you have a school fees? Hell flipping no. We don't have school fees. Yes. So it's been a great year. And again, I'm broke. It's not a joke. I'm broke. I've been in a relationship whereby everything else that I was doing had to be stopped because I was emotionally not well. You can imagine that, the first time you meet your girlfriend for the very first time, everything else is beautiful, lovely. Even if you tell your girlfriend that one day I'm going to leave you, and your girlfriend says, there's no way you're going to leave me. There's no way you're going to leave me. If you're going to leave me, I'm going to kill myself. I'm going to commit suicide. That's what all the girls would usually say to a guy. I was in such a relationship, of course. It's just really unbelievable that I was in such a relationship. I was in it. That's such a relationship that a girl said to me, she's gonna kill herself if it's over. What happened? After the relationship was over, the person was still living. The lady didn't kill herself. She never did that. So it's amazing that when you start relationships, you're always thinking of, I'm gonna kill myself. If this guy leaves me, if this girl leaves me, I'm gonna kill myself. And it shouldn't always. It's not always true. It's not true. There's no flipping way a girl is gonna kill herself when you leave her. She's gonna move on, look for somebody else. Lovey-dovey, everything is okay, whatever. at the start of the relationship, everything is fresh, beautiful, beautiful words. That's always the case. So I'm broke. I'm broke to the point that even Wikipedia had to delete my page. Wikipedia deleted my page just because I'm broke. I'm broke up to the point I can't even have a degree from Wikipedia. You know what happens? Students go to habits, plagiarizing. The guy's got a degree. If you ask him, how do you get the stuff around and things like that? Obviously. Oh, thanks, Carlos Mark Cardon for joining me. Thanks for watching. I can see that you're still watching this, live streaming right now. Carlos Mark Cardon. So students these days from university, every student it's about copy and paste, right from the Wikipedia. But if you broke that shit, that shit is not gonna happen. I'm broke like a fridge. You know what happens most of the time when you turn to get to the fridge? There is no food in the fridge, but you're going to the fridge, opening. Oh, there's nothing. It's just a bottle of water that's in there. You open again, still the same bottle of water. There's absolutely nothing in there other than water. You keep opening the fridge, keep opening it, there's nothing there. That's exactly what's happening right now with me. I'm super, super broke. Super broke. I'm broke like Google Plus. Everyone else has a Google Plus, but no soul uses it. Nobody uses it. Yo, thank you very much. So one person liked that. Bless Wa Plusa likes the video. Keep watching, bro. Bless Wa Brandy. Oops, yes. Shiny so far, bruh. Mamho Mosloni, what's up? How you doing? Thanks, man, for joining us. Yeah, these are my friends from Nigeria. Move, guys. I'm live right now. You can't be passing it right in front of me. Yeah, so as I was saying, getting back to what I was saying, I am seriously pause, sir. Where you at, bro? It's been months, bro. I haven't seen you. Anyway, let me get back to what I was saying, what I was talking about. I'm broke like a Google Plus. Google Plus, as I was saying earlier, that every person has a Google Plus as long as you go to Gmail or Gaymail. That's it. People are broke. It was December, now it's January, and people do not have the cash. They don't have the moolah, including myself, as I just mentioned. It's just amazing that people are broke. I'm broke to the point that I can't even get likes from Facebook. And if you can't get likes on your post, you send a picture on the Facebook and things like that, no likes. You keep checking all the time. Let me just go and check if there are many likes, on the picture that I posted on the Facebook. You check all the time, just like you're opening in the fridge and you check what's in the fridge, and there's absolutely nothing. You check on the Facebook, you see there's still nothing, no likes. And if you know that if there are no likes on their posts, that means translates to dislike. Those are dislikes. There's no flipping way that people don't see your picture. They do see your picture on the Facebook. So I'm as broke. I'm broke to the point that I do not even have followers on Instagram, no followers on Twitter, no tweets at all, no followers on Facebook. Absolutely nothing at all. That's how broke I am. I receive calls from the bank. Hey sir, we're calling you from Atene, blah 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 blah. What are you talking about? The bank calls you. We've transferred you to our lawyers. You've transferred me to your lawyers. Why? Because you're not paying. You're not paying the bank. 2017, we have loans from the bank, from the loan sharks. All you get, instead of Facebook, you get a fist book. Thank you. Thank you very much. All you have is just a fist book. A fist, right on your face. A fist book on your face. Seriously, I'm broke. Then another topic I wanted to talk about here is a topic of paperless. Paperless church, paperless pampers, paperless offices, paperless classes. Everything is paperless. Paperless toilets, paperless restaurants. So how does it work? If it's paperless toilets, what does it mean? Does it mean people are using iPads, ebooks, tablets to wipe and clean their butts? Because everything is paperless. Paperless toilets. No toilet paper anymore. Paperless church. No Bible. No physical, Bible. You see a pastor getting there, wiping his face with the iPad, wiping his face with a smartphone, iPhone and things like that, wiping and sweating and preaching using an iPad. So everything else is paperless. All right, you can pass, guys. As you are watching, we're gonna be seeing people passing through because I'm in the house and everything else is quite busy right now. So paperless restaurants. You are not going to have a serviette anymore. You're going to have maybe an iPhone, smartphone, wiping yourself in and things like that. Paperless chores. The kids and children nowadays, they don't need to be doing chores in the house. They just use the software, download the software. Hey, my man, where are you going? Now I have to rush home. What's happening at home? Well, I needed to do my chores. And somebody says, don't worry about it. I'll download the software for you. Then you just, you can basically, do your chores on it using this software. So these things of paperless, everything paperless pampers. Pampers and ARVs is almost like the same thing, because you have to spend time. I mean, way back, people used to would make use of underwears, pants, shirts, shoes, to use them as nappies for the children. Nowadays, you have to buy pampers all the time. Pampers are finished. And your wife will be saying, pampers are finished, my darling. You have to go and buy pampers all the time, like you're buying ARVs. That's what is happening. So when this period of paperless universe, paperless world, we're going to have paperless, pamperless, ARV-less, I suppose. I don't know how to say that. Yeah, anyways. So I've missed those days. Those days of, pages, Godfrey, Tieti, what's up? Yes, Godfrey. I'm already on live here, live streaming. That I posted that a while ago. Yes, I was talking about, I was talking about missing the times of pages. Before cell phones, we used to have pages. We'd have pages, and people would think that we work for intelligence company. That's how it was. You're walking on the street, with a MC Hammer shirts, long one. You tuck it and then you put a page on one side here and you walk on the street. Everybody else is thinking, oh, he's working for intelligence. That's how it was. I missed those days. I miss those days when we used to have a computer called Macintosh. That computer would lie down quite big, It would lie down on the ground. It had this power box that if you just, trip on the cable of the power box, and the whole computer was kaput, broken. I missed those days. The screen used to be black and then the text was like white. I missed the days when we used to have a cell phone that had an area, big area that expires. What's up with your phone, man? No, my area has just expired. Really? Yes. I missed those days. I really do miss those days. I missed the days when we used to have this bigger, giant alien dish, cable TV dish, right at the back of the house. It used to cover almost like the fence, covering all the whole fence. It's just unbelievable, incredible, large dish that we used to have. Nowadays, we've got a small dish. That's boring, isn't it? I missed those days. I missed those days that we used to have a laptop that used to look like a briefcase. People would ask you when you're walking on the street with it, what you doing with a briefcase walking around? My friend, this is a computer. It's a new age. I missed those days. I really do miss those days. I missed those days. Time has changed now. Extremely, extremely changed. You just don't know what's happening. People on the social network, people are on the Facebook, people are on the Twitter, people are on Instagram. People are buying brand new, comfortable couch, brand new, comfortable bed, just for the social networking. Lying on the same bed. Now we have this networking, extended bed. The mother is facing the other way on the bed. The daughter is facing the other way. The mother is on the Facebook. The daughter is also on the Facebook. Social networking. The daughter would ask you, the mother, what is he saying? Pandaline Shinana, I'm already live, bruh. Check it out. It's unbelievable. The world has just extended and changed. It's almost like every flipping day is like you don't understand what's going on. Nobody understands the technology, even those ones who are doing a PhD in IT or computer science. The world is just changing and networking, family networking, diplomacy networking, everything is networking, business networking, family networking. You find in the room, in one room, there's the entire extended family. Grandmother, Facebooking. Granddaughter, Facebooking. Daughter, Facebooking. Grandfather, Facebooking. Auntie, uncle, in the one room, lying on the same bed. They do that even when they're sitting in the lounge. Facebooking, Twitter, tweets, doing all sorts of things all the time. So when they say to us that, going back to the paperless, they're telling us that paperless environment saves money. That's incredible. It doesn't save money. How much is one iPhone? iPhone is expensive. Even people, those ones that are owning iPhone, they brag a lot, man. They brag a lot. If you try to borrow a charger from them and you don't have a iPhone, you're gonna get into trouble. Oh, my brother, may I please borrow your charger? Excuse me? A charger? I'm sorry, my brother. I'm using my iPhone charger. So people can brag because iPhone you can't interchange the chargers. So things have changed. The sugar granddaddy, the sugar grandmother, the sugar daddy, everything has just Sugar mommy, everything has just changed because of the social networking. People are social networking all the time. I realized even on the contact details on the Facebook, you know what they put there? You'd be surprised. Instead of putting it, you know, a phone number or whatever, email address, it'll be cleavage front, cleavage bottom back, okay, curves, and those are, and it'll be in a relationship. No, it'll be relationship complicated or single. So times has changed, and those granddad and those sugar granddad and sugar grandmother, be careful, because when you sleep with those young people there, sleep with those young people who do not understand your disease, because at least your age mates, you know, if you're 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, they do understand your sickness, your illness. If you got asthma, just imagine you're right on top of your woman, then you have all of a sudden you have an asthma attack. You can't breathe. Definitely that young lady lying underneath there, she'll just stand up and say, hey, I don't know what's happening with you. You Velapi Mavi Zwani, thanks for joining. You know, they will just say, give me a call. Because they do not understand, young ladies do not understand your illness. They don't understand your illness at all. I mean, old people, obviously, they have asthma attack. And then you have so many illnesses, so many diseases. Then you go with the young ladies, the young girls, you know, things like that. You promise them a house, you promise them a cars, you promise them the future, you promise them education. And you're busy making love to these young ladies. You're right on top of them. Then you got an asthma attack immediately. You have an asthma attack. An asthma attack. Your breath, you're trying to breathe, but the tone comes out like it's a chicken. That young lady will just come out quickly and say, give me a car that you've promised me, a house that you've promised me, an iPhone and a laptop and education that you've promised me. But if you go out with your age mates, what's going to happen is they understand your illness. If you have an asthma attack immediately, they know that you have an asthma attack, and then they're going to get an asthma pump for you. That one won't even get your asthma pump. We just look at you. What the heck? Why are you breathing like that? So be careful. These old people that are going out with very young ladies, exactly. It's not real cool, because young people do not understand your illness, do not understand why you're coughing, why you're walking like this, why you seem to be choking, why you're having allergies, because they're not on that pace. They don't understand anything of that sort. So this is social networking that has just extended families. You know, mother on the Facebook, daughter on the Facebook, and there's a Q&A, you know, among themselves, between themselves. The daughter will ask the mother, what is that guy talking about? The mother will ask the daughter, what is he saying on the Facebook to you? No, he wants to kiss me. Wow, he wants to kiss you. You know? So the social network, I'm not saying it's really bad, but it's really destroying relationships. Extremely destroying their relationships, you know, extremely, you know, you just don't know exactly, you know, how to deal with. Because if your woman is on the Facebook, you don't think that, you know, that person is not going to have a friend or a boyfriend, anything like that. It's impossible. I mean, if a woman wants to, you know, wants to cheat, who'll cheat? You know, who'll cheat? So I do not really, you know, agree when they say social, you know, network and the what you call paperless environment, paperless universe will save the space. It doesn't save the space, because people are always on the social network all the time. They're on the social network. They're everywhere. And the other thing they said, it makes information secure. How does it make information secure? You post, you know, your stuff, your feelings, your secrets on the Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on, or other social networks. Your secret is out. So how does your information become secure? It doesn't come secure. If you had those hard copies, nobody is going to hack your exercise book. Nobody going to hack your hard copy textbook. It's impossible. Let's say, for example, let's just see that Hillary Clinton, the candidate, the presidential candidate in America that lost, if it had her email in a hard copy, let's just say, for example, I mean, that's impossible, obviously, to have an email because it's an electronic email, isn't it? Electronic mail. So let's just say mail. There's no way that somebody can hack into that. If everything was in a hard copy, how are people going to hack in that? So people managed to hack into her emails, Hillary Clinton's emails, because it was accessible. So there's no flipping way that somebody should tell me that your information is secured. It's impossible. Secured? No, not true at all. I don't believe that. So that's exactly what is going on. So anyway, these are the things that I was supposed to be talking about at the Star FM 102.9 today. I wasn't able to say everything over there because they had a long schedule today. Therefore, I wasn't able. So everything that I've said here is exactly what I was supposed to have said at the Star FM today. So for all those people that have been watching this video, I do appreciate. And I do appreciate indeed. Thank you very much, Carlos Mark Cardon. Thank you very much, Blesiwa Brande Pulusa. Thank you very much, Mampo Moshomi. Thank you very much, Paul Sabam. Thank you very much, Velapi Mave Zwani, my best brother ever existed on the planet Earth. I always talk about him all the time. Guys, thank you very much. Who's joining us now? Oh, Samemi Faruqi. No, you're late. I have to finish, the broadcasting now.